Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents G.I. Joe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Carded Cobra Commander. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. And then here, 4 and up assortment number, and there's the assortment number if you want to take a look at that. And then G.I. Joe, Cobra Enemy, Cobra Commander. Nice artwork of Cobra Commander that really throws you back into the 1980s, especially with that classic Hasbro logo on it right there. Nice big blister showcasing the figure and some extra hands, a weapon, and a backpack, and a knife, and a stand. So all kinds of goodie accessories in there. On the back, we've got G.I. Joe, and it's that classic Real American Hero logo, even though it doesn't say Real American Hero down here at the bottom. Got a file card on Cobra Commander, and if you want to read all that, you can pause it right here and read all that in whatever language you wish to read it in. And then again, some artwork on that file card from the front of the card. Here's the cross sale, Cobra Commander, this figure, Retro Stalker, and Retro Cobra, the enemy. Recycled, parentsgijoe.com. Attention! Don't stick things in, especially your French pie hole that do not belong there. Warning, attention, Octung, don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to baby. Small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And first up, we'll take a look at the accessories. Here we have handy dandy tweezers. So first up, we have this dagger. Looks like it's molded in black plastic and silver paint apps for the blade and the pommel. So nice looking. I can't tell you whether we've seen this one or not before. It's possible. Then he comes with 2 extra sets of hands. 1 pointing finger because Cobra wants you, and it's on an in and out hinge. Then kind of the splayed finger grasping type hand, again on an in and out hinge. And I do believe all these hands we've seen before on Snake Supreme Cobra Commander. I want to say is where all these hands came from. Some of these, like the fist here, it may have come from some of the other releases. The regular release, it's a fist, nice molded details, in and out hinge. But some of the other releases, the Regal variant, the standard release, may have come with these fists as well. I don't recall. An in and out hinge there as well. Next up, we have his more classic styled blaster. It feels a little short to me, but you know, it's in the spirit of things, and I do believe we've seen this before with Snake Supreme Cobra Commander. And it looks like it's got a little crossed paint out right there, and then something here on the back of the handle. No, that's just the light. Just the light. So nice molded detail. The barrel there. You can see it on the sides, the back of the grip, the underside, the overside. So very nice looking piece. Feels a little bit short though. And then here's his backpack holster for the gun. Not quite the same as what we would have got with the 3 3/4 figure, where the gun just kind of plugs into his backpack, which is molded as part of his back. Looks like it's molded in blue plastic. Nice silver paint apps here. Got a Cobra tampo right there, and the gun just kind of pops in there. Peg right here goes in the port on his back. The last accessory is the stand. Nothing new. We've seen this with all the retro releases. I hope they keep coming with the retro releases. And I'll wipe this thing down. It's still got like cardboard residue on it. So nice molded in Cobra symbol. 2 posts for the feet. Place where a nameplate should be, or a tampo with the name on it. Kind of glad they don't do that though. So very nice looking piece. Again, nothing we haven't seen before. Now I do believe most of this mold, if not all this mold, is the Hiss Mickey Mouse Ears Cobra Commander. And they just gave him, you know, the proper, correct Cobra logo right there. And they did give him the chrome or vac metallized mask. So that's a nice addition, although it's probably gonna be really hard to chroma key this, because usually these chromey pieces don't chroma key real well. So got that nice white stripe there. Got 2 paint hits right here. I guess those are rank insignias maybe. And then some pops of silver here for his buttons. Again, that Cobra tampo. Got this white paint amp right here along with the silver, and that belt does go all the way around, as well as these belts on the back with the black paint, and then the belt right here, and then the silver on the buckle, and then it looks like red on the arrow type shape. It's got a pouch and a pouch. So very cool. Arms look like they're all molded in blue plastic. It looks like most of this guy's molded in the correct color blue plastic. Maybe a paint hit right here and here as well. Not for the neck though. That looks molded in this blue. And then on the sides, he's got these red stripes running down all the way, you know, to his, are they spats? On the bottom of the shoes where the pants won't ride up, pants legs. And he's got those red stripes on both sides. Sheath for the knife is just an overlay there. It doesn't feel like it's glued in place or anything. So if you want to leave it, it's, you know, accurate. If you don't, you can pull it off. Also, it will adjust slightly. And then down here at the feet, it looks like probably the red stripe and the blue is the paint app, and it's molded in this black color. Well, let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that high, and there's a dumbbell at the top of the neck going to the head, and more than likely a ball joint at the base of the neck, so it's separate. The neck, torso, and head are all 3 separate pieces. He's got plenty of chicken neck there. He's got lots of waggle. He can do 360-degree rotation at the head, or the full exorcist. Sometimes I do forget to call it that, but I like to call it that. So butterfly at the shoulder, it goes back that far, and it's really tight. So, and then the range of motion forward is a lot better. So there is that. It will do full 360-degree rotation there, as well as he can raise it up approximately 90 degrees, it looks like, at the shoulder. Cut here at the upper bicep for a full 360-degree rotation. Double hinged, pinless elbows. Uh-oh, is that one stuck? I thought I unstuck. Sorry. Sometimes they stick back. So there you go. It's just really tight. It gives you that much bend. And There's a cut here at the base of the glove cuff, and it gives you a full 360 degree rotation there, as well as another one at the wrist, and it's on an up and down hinge. The other side is on up and down hinge as well. Standard ab hinge in the torso allows him to lean back that far and crunch forward that far. I think he has a ball joint here at the waist. Yeah, so got some hula going on there. He can lean left, he can lean right. In conjunction with the ab hinge, he can lean back that far and crunch forward that far, as well as a full 360 degree rotation there as well. Oop. See, I told you that wasn't glued on. So at the hips, there is a pull down hinge, and it will allow him to give you almost the full splits. It's almost there, guys. Then he can kick forward approximately 90 degrees, it looks like, and back about a step. Cut here at the upper thigh, and that doesn't want to stay in place now that I knocked it loose. So cut here at the upper thigh, and that will give you a full 360 degree rotation there too. And it's also a little tight there. Knees, a little tight, not overly so though. Double hinged, pinless knee, by the way, and it gives you that much bend. So no boot cut in the shin, but well, I take it back, just above the ankle there's a cut for a full 360 degrees of rotation. I had no idea that was there, and I was not expecting it. So ankle tilts down that far, it tilts up that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. Now as far as the knife goes and storage of his equipment, knife fits into the sheath nicely. The backpack, it's the plastic is a little soft, but not super soft. So it plugs in into his back pretty well. Just give it a good push, and then as far as the gun going in it, you just kind of pop it in there, and it stays pretty well due to friction. And no storage for the hands, of course, and the stand, well, you just line up the posts on the stand, the ports on his feet, and there you have it, my friends, as a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Carded Cobra Commander with the G.I. Joe Classified Series San Diego Comic-Con exclusive and later on Pulse exclusive Snake Supreme Cobra Commander, and the regular release of the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Commander. Here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Carded Cobra Commander with the Valaverse Action Force Special Deployment Series Swarm Sentry and the Valaverse Action Force Scarab. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Carded Cobra Commander, with from the Marvel Legends series making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified Series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper And for a 7-inch scale comparison from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Carded Cobra Commander, I have to say this version of the Commander has been, it's been on my wish list since the beginning of Classified Series. And that's not to say I don't like the more modern interpretation of Cobra Commander, because, you know, the elements of Cobra Commander are there. The silver face mask, the helmet, and, you know, sharp implements and firearms. You know, the elements are there. The colors are kind of there. But this is what I think of when I think of Cobra Commander. This design. And while I think it was cool that they did the chrome or mirrored or back metallized mask for this figure, for anyone who has had things that were back metallized in the past, you know that over time that finish degrades. It does not last. I think this figure would have been better off had they used silver paint. And don't get me wrong, I love this look for Cobra Commander. I love that they did mirror the mask, and it looks really, really cool. But I just, you know, I try to think about stuff over time. And, you know, over time, that finish it's gonna degrade. It's not gonna look cool like this forever. Perhaps at some point I'll get one of those mirror markers that make the mirrored chrome, and, you know, touch this one up if need be, or when it becomes bad enough. Not if, but when it becomes bad enough to need touching up, or just, you know, taking that finish off and putting a whole new finish on it. When it comes to that, then I will. But other than that, this is the classic design. The only, and really, if I had to find a negative for this figure, my biggest nitpick would be the backpack piece. You know, the gun slides into it. It looks more like a holster rather than it just like magnetically seals in his backpack like the original figure. You know, that it kind of had that look. It just stuck in the backpack. It did not, you know, it was not a holster. I understand why they may have done it this way. It may have appeared in the animated series this way. I don't recall. But, you know, overall, I like this. You know, the Mickey Mouse symbol that came with his tank, that would have been a cool thing to have, but not in my budget for the his tank. So I don't have that one, and which I did have that original mail away figure, and that was my Cobra Commander, mine and my brother's Cobra Commander, for many, many years, until, you know, we got, well, I'd say many, many years. We used him for many, many years. It wasn't the only Cobra Commander we had, because of course when they did the mail away for the hooded Cobra Commander, we did get that one. And when the more armored version in 86, 87, something like that, you know, the one with the little hose and the big helmet. And so when that one came out, you know, we were all about that one too. But this one, when I just think Cobra Commander, this is the one I think of, and I want to see if I can find a cape for this one. I've seen a few on eBay, wired soft goods capes, but I think you may have to glue them on to make them stay. So I may get another one of these guys just to have the caped version. And hopefully they will make a new head, the hooded Cobra Commander head. And I know this is probably hoping against hope that they will give us a hooded Cobra Commander on this body, but I would really, really enjoy that we would get that figure as well. And again, I don't know if that's something that will ever happen at Hasbro, but if not, there are options for that as well. But I enjoy this figure. It really does hit you right in the nostalgia. The paint, the Cobra logo, the styling of the suit, the colors on the belt. I mean, just, and you know, the knife and the firearm or laser beam cannon. Just a great figure, and a great entry into the retro carded part of Classified series. And you know, like I said, if I had to give it that one ding, it's the backpack. It doesn't quite match up to, you know, my mind's eye view of that original figure. But other than that, great figure, great job. And I do hope I'm wrong about the back metallized chrome part of this face mask, that it doesn't degrade over time, that they found a way to keep that from happening. But I am not counting on that, so there's that. So 2 dings, and overall a great figure. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I am now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.